Hello, how are you doing, my people? Welcome back to Inspire Generations. Of course, this is Tony. This is Inspire Generations. I missed you, people. It's been like a week since the last time I posted a video on this channel. And actually, I want to start by apologizing because you people are my people. You people are my responsibility, and I have work to do. But today, I want to start by giving you people a promise. I want to start by giving a promise to you people that on every Sunday, a time like this, expect to get a video from me and on this particular channel. I also want to update you. We have a Facebook fan page called Inspire Generations, so you can go there and follow me. You can text me, you can give me a call, and of course I do a lot of monitoring evaluation to see who is serious, because I get a lot of text. If I see you somebody who is serious, and of course you know what you're doing and you know what you want, I will create my time so that we can have a conversation. Of course, if this is your first time watching or stopping by Inspire Generations, please make sure that you subscribe. Don't forget to like the video and also share with your friends. And as you can see, the topic today is all about money. It's all about money. I also want to give an assurance that you will see a lot of such topics on this channel more often, because I feel like it is a conversation that we need to talk, especially to the young people, about the development, about financial things, and how we can get to grow together as a people from the other side of the world, right? So expect such kind of videos, even as we continue to talk about F1 visa, even as we continue to talk about green card and so many other stuff, H1B visa, and a lot of things. So expect a lot of money videos on this channel, and I got you people. We will continue to share about this so that we can get to grow together. And so let's get back to the details of today's video. And the video actually is coming from a conversation that I've seen on social media, and a lot of comment, some of them very ignorant comment. Actually, we are living in a tech era. Today you can take your phone, you can take your computer, there's internet almost everywhere within the world. You just need to take a phone, to take a computer, and you can find all this information online. You can find all this information. That's why I normally say even about the F1 visa, about the green card, you just need to take your phone, watch stuff that are going to help you grow to become a better person. So today, as you can see, I have a friend of mine. He came to this country not long ago. Actually, let's say like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, if I can say that. And he is doing very well. He has put himself in a path. I would say a path that is will put him in the right place, because when you come to this place, you have to understand the system. You have to do things that will make you be in the right position, in the right place at the right time, if I can say so. Our friend is making between $4,000 to $5,000 in 2 weeks. That an approximate of eight to $10,000 in 2 weeks. I mean, in 1 month, and that's a lot of money. If somebody who is making $10,000 plus in 1 month, that's good money. That's good money, if I can say that. So, and I saw some comment online, and there's a guy, actually, I think he's in UK, and that thing was trending in Kenya. That's where I come from. By the way, for those who don't know, that's where I come from. I know most of you know I come from Kenya, but we are all one community. And our aim is to grow together. I saw somebody, he works, I think, like as a security guard in UK, and that guy is saying, he was saying that he makes around 40,000 Kenyan shillings in 1 day, and people were busy criticizing him, saying, "Oh, that is too little. It's like nothing. They pay a lot of tax. The rent is expensive, and so many stuff. Very ignorant stuff." And I said, you know what? I want to clear this, and I want to talk to people who can listen to me, because maybe you have a friend, you have an uncle, you have a relative, you have a friend, that neighbor of yours that came to this place 10 years ago. They haven't come back to your country, but they're telling you that life in this place is so difficult. We pay a lot of taxes, we pay a lot of rent, things are so expensive, and they don't want you to come to this place. Maybe you have such kind of an uncle, and because of that, they have blinded you to an extent that you cannot take your phone and do your search by yourself. You can take your laptop or go to a cyber and find this information by yourself. When I was coming to this place, As many know, I came to this place as an international student on F1 visa, and there are so many people. Actually, I remember one time I was talking to one person that is so big in the government back in Kenya, and actually I wanted some little bit funding, to help me when I come to this place. And actually this person didn't give me even a single coin, but he was telling me, oh, life in US is so difficult, especially for international students. I told him, I've seen more than enough in this place, and I don't think there is anything more than what I've seen. And actually, I remember what I told him. One of the hardest jobs that I've ever done in my life is to burn charcoal. I don't know if I guess that is direct translation. But, those you guys, charcoal, the one that we used to cook, cut trees and make charcoal. I don't think it's a good thing, but that's what I used to do. And it's one of the toughest work that I've ever done. And I told him, I know for sure when I go to US, when I go to United States, I'm not going to do that. And so I believe I can survive, right? So people will discourage you. So let's get back to our story. So our friend makes between $4,000 to $5,000 in 2 weeks. And actually, I decided to make it a little bit more juicy, to make it more enticing. And I was doing my own research, and I realized that if you're making $5,000, if you go to Uganda, $5,000 is equivalent to 607,000 Ugandan shillings. Okay, 18 million. So let's say 18 million. So $5,000 is equivalent to 18 million Ugandan shillings. 5,000. Let me see. In Kenya, $5,000 in Kenya is about 632,000. It's around there, 632,000 for 5,000. And then if you go to Tanzania, if you're making 5,000 in 1 month, $5,000 in 2 weeks, that is an equivalent of 11 million Tanzanian shillings. If you go to Nigeria, let's see Nigeria. So 5,000 in Nigeria is an equivalent to 2.3 million Nigerian naira. All right. So that is the kind of money that we're talking about. And for some reason, somebody is convinced that somebody is making such a kind of money is, you can compare that to what we have. I mean, I love Kenya. It's my place. That's where I was born. It's my motherland. I love that country to the death. But there are so many things that we need to work on. There are so many things that we need to work on so that we can get to this place. You can imagine, actually, if I use my country, Kenya, where I come from, 1970, the economy of our country to that, compared to that of Singapore, Malaysia, and another country that I'm forgetting, was almost the same. But look today. I mean, you can't compare Singapore with Kenya. You can't compare Malaysia with Kenya. They're so much different, right? So somebody was saying, there's a lot of tax. People pay a lot of tax. But I want to, with the permission from my friend, the friend that I've said that makes around between $4,000 to $5,000 in a month, or I mean in 2 weeks, or between $8,000 to $10,000 in 1 month. And I want to talk about tax and maybe talk about rent and some other few things. So our friend on this particular date, a salary for 2 weeks was $4,300. So $4,000, 300. Okay, that's what he was able to make in 2 weeks. That is gross. Okay, so what did he get in his account? Okay, what did he get in his account? So I want you to be keen, to stay keen, so that you can get this information. So he made 4,300. And there are different kind of taxes that we pay in this place, and that's one thing that I want you guys to understand. And it also depend, for those people or families, they fill different forms, because they can choose to withhold tax, and they also have dependent. And also that matters also when we file tax at the end of the year, because in this country, people get something we call tax refund. They get back some of the money that they gave as tax. And I will be giving you an estimate of what people get depending on their situation. Either they are single or single parent, or people are married, they are families. So there are different form of tax, that people get to pay in this place. We have FIT, which is a federal income tax. So federal income tax. For the federal income tax, he paid 606.59. I mean $606.59. All right. And then there's something they call FICA, Federal Insurance Contribution Act, and for that this guy was able to pay, he paid $261.83, and then there's something they call Medicare. He was able to pay $61.23. There's something they call SEAT. That depends with the state. Maybe let's say let's use Oklahoma, and for that Oklahoma state, that the state tax, I think so, if I'm not wrong, it's under, he was able to pay $180. So if you take that and you combine the amount of tax that he paid for the for 4,300 is totaling to $1,110. So if you do a subtraction, from 4,300, you're getting a balance of around 3,100. So a balance of 3,100. So this guy, actually not 300, not 100, so 3,200. So he got a gross pay of $4,300. After paying taxes, he was left with $3,200. And actually, it's almost equivalent. You know, if you come to look at tax and you understand what is happening, you go back to Kenya, somebody who is earning maybe 50,000 Kenyan shillings, and that's per month, that you get to pay close to, you get an, if you're earning 50,000, you get a net pay of around 40,000. So what is the difference? It's not huge. And so if this person is making 3,200, he was able to make 3,200 in 2 weeks. So it means that in 1 month, if you make around the same money, you make $6,400 in 1 month. So what makes you think that this is very small money? I mean, you can say so, maybe for people who have lived this, who have lived in this place, but that's a lot of money compared to what we have in Kenya, with what we have in Nigeria, compared to what we have in Uganda, compared to what we have in Cameroon. So don't let people fool you around. You can take your phone, you can do research. This is information that I'm getting from online. This is information that I'm getting from Google. So you can take your phone or you can watch YouTube videos. So you don't have to be convinced by somebody who is in this place that this person is making probably more money than this, but he tells you that life is difficult. So tell me in which place life is so simple, life is so easy. So in your mind, you want to believe somebody who is in Kenya or somebody who is in Cameroon or somebody who is in Nigeria, is living a better life, compared to this place. Of course, there are people who are living miserable in this place. Of course, we can get that in any place, everywhere. Life is difficult. But in this place, if you work, you can see what you're working for. And this place, this is where they say time is money. Time is money. Why? Because you get paid per hour. Back in Kenya, of course, you get paid monthly, and if you're making $50,000, so if you're supposed to clock in at maybe 8, you can come in at 10 because there's no value of your time. But in this place, if you're supposed to clock in at 8, you clock in at 11, you've lost 3 hours. You've lost 3 hours, and that's why time is the money in this place. And so don't allow people to fool you around. You can take your phone and find this information. So this person is making $6,400 in 1 month. Let's say he has a car, and of course, those are the things that we will be talking about, especially getting a car from dealership or, getting yourself into debts that you cannot afford. A friend of mine usually say that if you can't afford something, then don't buy it. Or if you don't need something, then you don't need to buy it. All right? So people get themselves into situations that are not okay, and then they want to use that, that experience to scare other people. Of course, if you come to this place, you can get anything. You can get a car worth $100,000 if you want to on credit, and you can pay it, right? And so you get yourself in so many debts, and then you start complaining about how life is difficult in this place. So if somebody tells you like that, ask them, how many debts are they paying? Right? Because if you get yourself, maybe you have a car from dealership, maybe you're supposed to pay $30,000. Probably they are taking $500 from you. And maybe you went and get a TV worth maybe $2,000 and you took it on credit. You're paying another $100 per month. You got a laptop, maybe a laptop worth $5,000, and maybe you're paying that laptop for $200,000. Of course, if you get paid $3,200, there's nothing that you're gonna be left with after you pay rent. And also another thing, I saw people talk about rent. Of course, I said time is money. When you come to this place, you learn how to use your money. Of course, you can learn that from anywhere. Even when I was in Kenya, I'm happy I can say that, I was able to save and I was saving. And I will tell you how I came to this place. How I was able to save money to come to this place. So let's talk about rent. You have 6,400, and I will mention a few things, and actually I'll make another video probably to mention some of the bills that we get to pay in this place, so that you people can understand what is happening in this place, right? Let's say you're paying a car insurance for $100. You're paying rent, and this is it. So as I said, when you come to this place, you have to understand you can't just misuse your money. You're a single person, and then you are living in a 2-bedroom house, probably paying $1,000, and you have a room that you're not even using. For what purpose? For what purpose? You just need a room to sleep and a good kitchen, and the house is good, right? If you get a room, maybe for $1,000, you can rent the other one. And somebody, maybe the whole house is 2-bedroom, you're paying $1,000, you're paying $1,000, these guys give you $500, and then you pay your $500, and so in rent you pay $500. And so that's what people do. You get a 2-bedroom, it's a big house. You don't need a 2-bedroom if you're not married. If you're married, yes, okay, you can go and get a 2-bedroom, you can go and get 3-bedroom, all right? But if you're a single person, a young person, single person, you don't need to get a 2-bedroom. Of course, the best way is to find a friend, or you can just get a room and then find somebody to come and stay with you, and then you can pay $500 in 1 month, all right? So you've paid your rent for $500, you paid your car insurance for $100, that's $600. Maybe you pay your phone, let's say you're paying around $60, that is $660. You're paying internet, maybe $50, that is around $700. And then you're paying, what else maybe that's mandatory? Maybe you're paying electricity, $80. That's around $780. And then you're paying gas, maybe, let's say, that depends with how you're going to use your gas. Let's say 100, that's around 780 plus 100, that's an 880. Let's say, in all, if you put yourself in the right position financially without taking a lot of things on credit, let's say you spend 1,000 or even 2,000, at 2,000. For those people married, if you're making $7,000, probably you can spend half of that money, to pay rent, to pay, insurance, school and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, you will be left, let's say, you'll be left with $2,000. So you're saving $2,000 from that money. So $2,000 in Kenyan shillings, that's around 2,000 right now. The exchange rate is 126 plus 252,000 Kenyan shillings. My friend, 252,000 Kenyan shillings. That's money, profit. I mean, like, that's the money after all the expenses and everything. That's the money that you can save. My point is, don't let people lie to you. Somebody who came to this place 10 years ago, they only come to visit and come back, and they want to tell you that life is difficult. Of course, life is difficult, but you have to set yourself in the right place. You have to you have to work, and you have to be smart. You have to understand the system in this place. You have to know that this is capitalism, and as they normally say, capitalism is a legalized corruption. So you have to understand on how to work within that system, on how to put yourself in the right place in that particular system. So don't let anybody lie to you, my people. Don't let anybody. If you want to come to this place as an international student, if you want to apply for that green card, come October this year, or maybe you are one of the people who did an application last year and you're waiting for good result come this year, May, then all the best to you. Don't listen to people. Find this information online. Use that information to your advantage. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to people. If it's not something that can build you positively, then don't listen to it. Period. Don't be commenting, on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, somebody is making $5,000 in 2 weeks. That's little money, my friend. You've never even paid your tax. You've never even paid tax in your life. You don't know even what a tax. You're filing nil tax return, and then you're talking about tax in the United States. So don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant. So I think we've talking a lot of details. There's so many on this video. I will try to make videos, especially on expenses and the bills that people get to pay to this in this place. How people, get houses or get houses to stay. How much do we pay in rent? And so many stuff. Keep locked in on Inspire Generations. I will keep you updated. You people are my people, and I will continue to do the best to educate you, to help you, so that you can have an understanding even as you plan to come to this place either on GridCon or F1 visa. And I think that is it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe, share with your friends, and let's grow together. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.